All right. Good morning, everyone. Today is January 23rd. I'm about to hop on the plane to LA for a day, and then I'll be attending the 2018 NAMM show, the National Association of Music Merchants. So, looking forward to learning from a lot of different brands, music companies and brands, and also connecting with other musicians. And I'm looking forward to this trip. I would say this is a risk-taking trip. I put myself in an uncomfortable situation in order to grow. And I'm looking forward to taking notes and vlogging and taking y'all along for the journey. So I will see y'all in LA. Peace. All right, what's going on, everybody? It's your man T-Ray, the Violinist. It is currently local time is 11:30 here in Los Angeles. I just landed about 30 minutes ago. I got my rental car for the next couple of days. It's a nice Hyundai Sonata, I think it is. Hyundai Tucson. I'm sorry, Hyundai Tucson. So I'm here in Los Angeles for the day. I'm gonna be linking up with a couple of my friends from New Orleans, and then also hitting the Federal tonight for a jam session, and then tomorrow I'm going to NAMM. So this week's episode is all about taking a risk and going outside your comfort zone. I've been to LA once before, and it was like 2 years ago, and shame on me, I should have been back before then, just to continue cultivating those connections and relationships with people that I met my first time here. I say all that to say, it's my first time at NAMM this year. One of my goals is to attend and participate in different music conferences across the country and potentially the world as well. And just like really like putting myself out there to learn and network with other people and build relationships. I don't really like the word networking, even though I just said it, but to connect and build relationships that will, stand the test of time throughout my career. So I'm about to go hop on the road. I woke up at like 3:30 this morning. I haven't eaten. I haven't had any coffee, anything like that. So we about to get on the road. I might go holler at In-N-Out or something like that. But we gonna get it on the road. All right, peace. All right, what's good, everybody? It's your man T-Ray, the Violinist here. Finally got settled in. I'm actually staying in Hollywood. At the Dixie Hotel. I didn't get any footage earlier of the hotel outside. I was kind of moving around trying to check in and just get situated. But it is currently, and I have my watch on upside down. It's currently 6:30 here in LA. I'm about to get in the car, head to the Federal, which is a venue here in North Hollywood where they're having a NAMM Pro Jam session. So looking forward to, I really don't have any particular expectations, I guess you could say. I really just want to get out, listen to some music in a different area, and also connect with some other musicians and just kind of see how people operate. I've been to the Federal once before. I don't really recollect what happened at the Federal because it was like a quick in and out type of situation, but tonight I have some time to like really chill, soak in the music and just kind of like see how people operate, and then connect with other cats. So looking forward to it. It's 2 hours, 2 hour difference. I had to like take a nap right quick, and I'm gonna try to like shake back and get into it tonight. And like I said earlier, when I was picking the rental car up, tonight or this trip is really all about stepping outside my comfort zone once again, taking a risk, going to a conference that I've never been to before, where there's going to be hundreds, if not thousands, of different brands and companies, and just like really really seeing what other type of gear is out there, and just seeing what brands are looking for when they choose to have people be influencers or sponsor certain artists or endorse certain artists. So so yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and like I said, you know, once again, I'm out here in LA for the night, and then I'm headed to Anaheim tomorrow. So I'm gonna get some footage of the Federal tonight, and maybe we'll be able to get some insight from some other cats who've been in it much longer than I have, or even have just really gotten their feet wet in it. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this. So check in with y'all later. Peace.
T-Ray the Violinist.
Alright, what's good, my people? Good morning to everybody. It is currently 6:30 here in Los Angeles. Thursday. Today is the first day of NAMM. I'm really excited about it. I'm about to get on the road and drive to Anaheim. It's about I think 45 to hour drive. I could be totally underestimating that with traffic, but still relatively early, so hopefully I'll be able to get on the road and take in some of the scenery. Last night I was able to go to the Federal and check out the jam session, and the cast was killing. Like, yeah, I forgot to bring the camera inside with me, but I definitely left inspired, and I'm looking forward to seeing and hearing a lot of different cats playing today at NAMM, and yeah, so I'm about to get on the road, and next time I check in with y'all will be at NAMM. So what's good, everybody? Just made it to Anaheim. I'm about to go check in and register and get my badge. This is just the parking lot, so I passed by and I saw the convention center, and it's crazy. So I will get some footage once I get there. I'll holler at y'all in a few. Peace. Alright, what's good, everybody? So I'm about to get my badge. This is the registration tent. So just want to take y'all through the step-by-step process. Alright, this is really I don't look like it. Came out first. That's why. Thank you. Who came out first? Okay. Alright, what's good, everybody? Just got to NAMM. About to walk in the convention center. Just got my badge. So let's go see what it's all about. Alright? How you doing, bro?
Yeah, I wondered if they used sort of like.
What's going on, everybody? So we just got inside NAMM. I'm about to go into the main exhibition hall and see what kind of gear we can get into, and going to check out the electric violin shop booth as well. That's where I got my my latest violin from, the Cantini Song Plus. For those of you who follow me on social media and my YouTube, the red and black violin, that's the one I got from them. So looking forward to seeing what kind of gear we can get into, and I'll check in with y'all in the future. Peace. So we're here at NAMM. I've been walking around for probably about 2.5 hours now. It's pretty overwhelming. I got some video footage of some of the different booths, some of the violinists. Some of the string carriers and luthiers, and some pro audio, drums, all kind of stuff. So it's just another world in here, and I'm just kind of taking it all in. So check in with y'all later. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing today? Today is Friday, January 26th. I'm currently in Anaheim, California, attending the NAMM 2018 show. And for those of you who don't know, NAMM stands for National Association of Music Merchants, and it's really a worldwide, I guess you could say, convention conference of different brands, instrumentate from everything from instruments to sound, lighting, and the list goes on. It's a very intense. It's a very intense experience, and as you saw earlier in some of the video footage, it's a lot of people from all over the world. Yesterday I met people from Romania, Shanghai, Japan, Korea, what are some of the other countries? South America. So it's a wide array of different cultures being represented here at the NAMM 2018 show. And yeah, so this was my first time, and I didn't do a reflection, I guess you could say, after the fact yesterday, because I was just kind of really trying to digest everything that was going on. But so my experience, unfortunately, I was only able to attend the first day. I have to fly back, well, drive back to LA first, and then catch a flight back to New Orleans because I have a show tomorrow in New Orleans. So yeah, I just spent the day kind of taking everything in. I was there early. I was there when doors opened at 10 a.m. and standing in line, you kind of feel the energy and the anticipation of just getting inside from everybody else, whether it was their first time or their seasoned vets in attending the NAMM show. You could just kind of feel it in the air. It's like, man, I'm ready to get in and just kind of see what new gear there is, see who I can connect with, and see some old friends I may not have seen in a while. For me personally, it was a bit overwhelming, I must say, because I knew that it was going to be a really, really big and large show and experience, but it's just so much music and so many like killing cats, and it's like, just imagine being in for those of you who were in a high school band or high school orchestra, just think about being in a room where everybody's warming up, right? Everybody's warming up individually. Somebody's playing a scale, somebody's playing an excerpt of a piece that that y'all are going to be performing for the concert. Somebody may be just doing breath control exercises or long bows, speaking for my string players. And think about all of that going on in one room, right? Think about the general size of like a high school or a college band room, and think about that room being like 100 times the size of that, and all of that is going on at the same time. Oh, and drums and percussion as well. So drummers playing rudiments, playing different things. Think about all of that going on in that one room, but the room is 100 times the size of your typical band room. And that will give you an idea of what the sound is like in that room. It's pretty amazing because you get to hear, I heard DJs spinning and scratching, mixing records, then I hear a bass player playing something, and I put some video on my Insta story yesterday of, it was a tenor sax player and these two, it was a tenor sax, two altos, a guitar, and a bass player, and they were like playing, I forgot, I think they were just playing like a blues, like a jazz blues, and it was for one of the Reed companies that was here present at the NAMM show, and I'm sure that the horn players are endorsed and sponsored by that particular Reed company. But like, just hearing them like do their thing, it was like, man, that's really dope. Like, and cats that may not have necessarily known one another before, and they're represented by the same brand and the same type of instrument company, finally get to meet each other. And I must say, for me, it's like being in this space, and like, for those of you who follow me, I do play with my band, but then a majority of my stuff has been with backing tracks, and just kind of getting out of that realm and just seeing another side of the music business and the music industry, and then also seeing like another caliber. Because for those of you who know notable names, like I saw Marcus Miller and I was like, oh wow, I'm in the same room with Marcus Miller. That's how I felt, because I've never seen him perform live. I've only seen like YouTube videos of him playing with Miles Davis and, you know, a bunch of other cats like over the years. And I'm like, bruh, this like Marcus Miller is that dude. For y'all who are bass players or, you know, music heads out there, yeah, Marcus Miller has been around for quite a while, and he is definitely one of the top like tastemakers when it comes to playing bass first of all, and then just like musicianship. He's a awesome, wonderful musician. But yeah, man, it was overwhelming, and I probably won't be able to fit everything I said into this or everything I experienced into this one small clip. But one of the things I did really take from it is that, you know, there once again is levels to every level of being a musician, and depending on where you see yourself and where you see yourself going, that is going to kind of determine, you know, where you fall, you know, on the linear scale. And for me, it's like I've always wanted to like be in this world, and I've always wanted to like become better and be, you know, become better at my instrument and just become a more knowledgeable musician. Because, you know, not only did I go to, you know, see what type of violins they were going to have there, but I also went because, you know, I wanted to see what the whole 360 of the NAMM world looks like, you know. And so it was a lot of people, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be twice that today on Friday, because people probably had to work, and tomorrow it's probably gonna be even more people. But I will say that I walked away feeling as though, you know, I want to go home and I want to work that much harder to get to that next level. I think it's certain times and certain experiences and certain people that we talk to that inspire us to, you know, want to get to that next level. Even though we already want to get to that next level, they inspire us to want to go that much harder and that much further. Like today, I mean, I've been dealing with the time change for, it's only a 2-hour difference, but 2 hours makes a big difference when you don't travel like from, you know, Central Time to the Pacific Coast Time. Is it Pacific Coast Time? Yeah, West Coast Time. I'm gonna just say West Coast. You know, when you're not traveling like that, like on a regular, you know, it has an impact on you. But I'm ready to go back home. Like some of the books that I wanted to buy at NAMM that I found out I couldn't buy because you can't purchase stuff at NAMM. I actually ordered them last night because I was like, man, I'm just that much more inspired and like that much more hungry to like go even further, even deeper into the knowledge of playing the violin and just music as a whole. And I talked to shout out to my brother Christian Scott. For those of you who don't know, Christian Scott is a trumpeter from New Orleans, Louisiana. I'm originally from Baton Rouge, but I've been in New Orleans for 12 years now. But yeah, he's a trumpeter from New Orleans. His uncle is a very notable alto player from New Orleans, Donald Harrison. And like just talking to Christian yesterday, like that was the longest conversation I had with somebody. Like we talked for like 15 minutes and just like was kind of rapping about things. And I always leave conversations with him feeling inspired because, you know, he has taken the trumpet and he has built his own brand. He has, you know, done things that a lot of trumpet players haven't done or have been, you know, afraid to do, or musicians in general. I should just say. I mean, he was in the Gap commercial just, I mean, a few months ago playing the trumpet while people were skating back and forth on the ramp. Like, I've never seen that before from an instrument. You know, an instrument being present in that type of situation, because I mean, Gap is a long-standing clothing brand, and you know, for them to bring Christian in and have him be a part of that, it's like, man, that's really inspiring, because it shows not only, you know, his musicianship and what his talent and hard work more so has done and put him in these particular spaces, but it also shows that, you know, people are attracted to the fact that they can resonate their brand and be able to infuse his brand and their brand into one thing, and like it just be magic, you know. So anyway, I always leave conversations with him feeling inspired, and like I'm like I said, I know I was only able to be at NAMM for a day, but I was able to go to a jam session in North Hollywood on Wednesday night, and like I'm just really inspired and really hungry, man. And it's crazy because like we feel like we should keep our heads buried in our work, but we have to get out, we have to explore, we have to be in new territory and see how things are working outside of where we're comfortable. And even though I've been to LA once before, and you know I've experienced different playing situations, some of the cats that I knew and talked to this time around were cats that I met the first time I came to LA. And I think it's important to like be able to take a step outside of where you are and see what else is going on in the world, because even though you may not be traveling the world just yet, because I've been a couple of different places, I've played across the country, but I haven't done it on the level that I know I'm going to do it on in the next 1 to 2 years. You know, as long as I continue putting in the hard work, dedication, and putting myself like in a mindset like I'm going to do this, I'm going to win. But I say all that to say, you know, I think it's very important for us to get outside of our comfort zone, you know, see what else is out there, because it's ultimately going to just help you grow as a person, as a musician, or whatever your field of work is. And for me, this trip has been not only refreshing because I've I've been in New Orleans working and doing stuff for some months now, and you know, even though I took a break after the holiday, I still was in New Orleans and I still was like at home. But to be somewhere else and have another energy come across you and just kind of resonate with you is an awesome feeling. So this vlog this week of Strings and Dreams has been all about taking risk and putting yourself outside your comfort zone. And this was definitely me being outside my comfort zone, because I booked a ticket to LA. I booked the hotel. I got a rental car. I had my badge for NAMM. Thank you to Keller Strings for having me as their guest at NAMM this year. And you know, I just made it happen. I was like, you know, I'm gonna get out of my comfort zone, and I'm going to talk to, connect with, ask questions. And even though I became somewhat of an introvert during my experience yesterday, I still feel like I took a lot in, because you know, it was a different world, something I had never seen before, as far as like just all of the different music brands and just people, like, and you get to see how companies operate, you know, from, let's just say, from LA to New York to Shanghai to Mexico, you know, all these different places. And definitely was an experience I won't forget, and I will be back next year. So now I have to get ready. I have to pack my bag. I only had a couple outfits, but pack my bag and drive back to LA, drop this rental car off, and catch my flight back to New Orleans. So thank y'all for tuning in to this episode of Strings and Dreams. I'm your man T-Ray the Violinist, and remember, it's never too late to make your dreams a reality. You can follow me on social media at T_Ray the Violinist on Instagram. On Facebook, it's T-Ray the Violinist. On Twitter, it's T-Ray Violinist. And then make sure you check out my website, traytheviolinist.com. All right. It's been a pleasure. Thank y'all for tuning in and taking this trip with me. And I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Peace.
T-Ray the Violinist. T-Ray the Violinist.